Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be filming in electricity because that's how it is now. The nights are drawing in and I can't make videos in the daylight most of the time. Anyway, it shouldn't matter too much not to have great lighting because I'm just showing you the things that I used up in August. So my August empties, which I don't think you're going to need to see in particularly glorious lighting. So, most of my empties this month, this basket's looking a bit haphazard, are to do with kind of fragrance and bath stuff. First up, kind of seasonally used up at the wrong time. I love these Bath and Body Works antibacterial foaming hand soaps, and I use them in the wash basins of the the sinks in the bathroom, in the kitchen and so forth. They are slightly rough on the hands. I do think they kind of dry your skin a little bit if you're using them multiple times a day, but I'm not really. And I do feel that they, get your hands nice and clean, and they have all the crazy fragrances that they have in the Bath and Body Works candles, which I'm a great fan of as well. It grieves me that you can't buy them in any shop over here in the UK. You have to import them via eBay or whatever, and they're very expensive to do that. They're not at all expensive if you buy them in the States. I haven't been to America at all this year, unusually, so I haven't been able to stock up. So, long story. I think this is my penultimate Bath and Body Works soap. I've got one more left to use up. They do last me for ages and ages. This is Creamy Pumpkin. Now, I obviously started using it this time last year or October-ish. I certainly put it away when I got out one for Christmas and used those up, and then had, I think, probably another spring one. But I've been using this practically all summer, and just as autumn comes, I finally used it up, which is a shame, but there we are. I do like them, and I always stock up when I go to the States, but they're not worth spending a lot of money to import. At the other end of the spectrum of expense, but which has also lasted me for ages, I've used up the Jo Malone Lime, Basil and Mandarin Bath Oil. Now, I think actually somebody gave me this. I didn't buy it. And it's in the beautiful glass bottle with a stopper. They're really nice heavy bottles, except if you drop this in the bath or anywhere else, you know about it. It'll do some serious damage. They also sell the same bath oil in plastic bottles. So if you were sensible, you would, and you like these and you repurchase, then you would keep this, wash it and fill up from the plastic. I have to say, I don't think the plastic bottles are very much cheaper than the glass ones, and although they're not nearly as pretty to look at, they are far more practical for not dropping and travelling and so on and so forth. Anyway, I dread to think how much this costs, but it just lasts for ages. And although I don't now wear the Lime, Basil and Mandarin cologne, it's kind of a bit too samey as a perfume for me. I did wear it years and years ago when Jo Malone still owned the company and first made them. So I don't wear the cologne, but I still do quite like the fragrance. I enjoy smelling it on others, and it's gorgeous in the bath oil. All the bath oils are really good quality still, even now with the kind of Estee Lauder takeover, which has definitely reduced the quality of the colognes, hasn't reduced the quality of the bath creams and the bath oils. So they are an expensive luxury. But if you really like the fragrance, a couple of drops gives you a lovely bath. Of course, you have to like baths as well. I know most people like showers. I hate showers. I never take a shower at home. I always have a bath at least once a day, often twice, because I love it so much, find it so relaxing. So these for me are not quite a luxury, really kind of a necessity, and I guess I'll buy one of the new fragrances soon. Definitely a repurchase, if not in that fragrance. Jo Malone bath oils, can't recommend them highly enough. while I was on holiday, having taken a shed load of makeup, I didn't take anything for the bath at all, thinking I'd get, lots of nice free samples. And in fact, there was absolutely nothing in my first hotel except some kind of very politically correct, handcrafted scrub bar for the bath, and, if you please, one for your shampoo as well. It was literally like a bar of soap that had been made locally in Cornwall and smelled of aromatherapy and had kind of bits of hemp sticking out of it. It's not my idea of a fun unguent to put in my bath. So I had to nip down to, I didn't have a car either, so I was walking, nip down to the local supermarket, and they also were very politically correct in Cornwall. The middle classes have totally invaded the place. So they were stocking Corries, which is the Greek organic line that I quite like, in these little sample travel sizes. So I bought a body cream and 2 shower gels. One was called Bergamot Pear and one was Santorini Vine, which the girl recommended. They were okay. Pleasant, not too strong fragrances. Like a lot of organic products, in my opinion, they don't give you much fragrance or foam for your money, as it were. So you have to use a lot of them. I never quite understand how it's so much better for the environment to use half a bottle of something like an organic shampoo. I also had to buy some shampoo. I haven't used that up yet, but nearly used up a great big bottle, because you have to use so much of it to get any lather going at all to clean your hair with. So, I'm not as green as I should be, is the truth of it. I don't find a lot of these products brilliantly effective, but these are okay. I do like Corries generally as a line. I took with me their Greek yogurt sunscreen, which I use and I rate very highly. And I go on about the wipes, but I wasn't a great fan of the bath products. Not a great fan of Batiste dry shampoo either. I think this is a good example of you get what you pay for, and actually very expensive dry shampoos are worth it because they generally have nicer fragrances and a kind of finer powder of the dry shampoo. I don't use dry shampoo a lot, just in an emergency to kind of give a bit of texture when I haven't had time to wash when I should. What I didn't like about this was the tropical fragrance, because you just couldn't get rid of it. It was, kind of overpowering. So that was a travel size. It took me ages to use up, but it's gone now. Not repurchasing. I'll go for the Chlorane or one of those. And then I had a very generous travel sample. Oh, look at the state of my nails. Sorry. Going to do my manicure soon. The girl who does my manicure is on holiday, hence the state of my nails, which are grim at the moment. But I'll have to do it myself. She's coming back in a week or so. I can't wait. Anyway, back to the Lancôme Galettes Douceur, which is a cleansing milk for face and eyes. Really nice sized sample, so I could take that on holiday, and finished it up when I came back. I quite liked it. I don't think I will purchase it, partly because of the texture. It is definitely a runny milk, very, very liquid indeed, so kind of splurges out of the bottle. I double cleanse, as you know, so it was fine that it didn't kind of remove all makeup in one go. But generally, for a cleansing milk or cream that I'm removing with a tissue or cotton wool, I prefer a slightly more viscous gel-like consistency. So my favourite of all time is probably Dermalogica's Ultra Cleansing, which is less of a milk. I don't know, this is fully used up, so I can't show you. This is just very, very liquid and more of a kind of mix between a gel and a cream. Partly it just feels nicer and comes out of the bottle easier without kind of splurging everywhere. But also I think that kind of slightly extra bit of volume or texture in the cream kind of holds onto the makeup and removes it more effectively, if I'm not explaining myself very clearly, but that's why I prefer them. But this was pleasant enough fragrance, more or less did the job, but I wasn't keen on the texture. So, yeah, I won't be purchasing that. But if you like a runny milk, then, you know, it's one to try. It certainly didn't irritate my skin or anything like this. Now, I wanted to show you this, although it isn't quite used up. This is a Dolce & Gabbana Aurealux eye cream. Sorry, it's an eye gel. And this was a very dinky sample I got from Dolce & Gabbana. Now, why I wanted to show it you is, you can see there's still some in the bottom. It's a very unusual texture, just looks nice and smooth. I don't know if you can see there at the bottom. But when you actually put it on, you have to kind of rumple the jelly up like that. And it's very kind of lumpy and viscous. And then when you close the pot, it all smooths itself down again, almost like magic. I was quite taken with this. Now, I'm not a great eye gel fan. I feel that I need a cream, but sometimes, particularly in the morning, I'm putting a little bit on now, I'd prefer a gel to a cream and kind of let it dry a little bit before I do my under eye concealing. And this is a very nice one. I would seriously consider this if I was up for buying a gel. I've frankly got so many generous sized samples of eye creams and gels at the moment that I won't be in the market to actually purchase for a good 10 months to a year, I reckon. But this one definitely worth a look. I don't know how pricey it is, quite I would expect, but interesting texture, feels very cooling, quite moisturising for a gel. I never find them as moisturising as a cream. And yeah, I quite liked it as gels go, so I just thought that was quite an interesting product. I haven't quite finished it up, but it'll be finished up before next month. So that's it. That's what I used this month, and I shall be back to talk to you, I think, about concealers quite soon. Until then, bye for now.